Good morning. We're just waiting for our flight to Perth, and we're here exceedingly early, and there is a good reason for that. We turned up at the airport hotel, that was its name, last night. I mean, I remember when I booked the hotel, I just typed in airport hotel, and that's when it come up. The reviews were okay. Breakfast was supposed to be excellent, etc., etc. Um, but it was nothing but. So we chose a better room, or I chose a better room, and the got to the room 605, I think it was, and there was like a door, reminded me of New York actually. It's like those doors, and then you open the door, and there's like this metal fire escape. So in case of the fire, you can sort of, go down there really. And the door wouldn't shut. It was already open when we got there, and I thought, well, I've got stuff, I've got cases and stuff like that. So I tried to slam the door, and bits of the door fell off, and bits of the outside fell off. And anyway, went downstairs, had a word with someone. They come up, looked at it, and they moved us into another room. The hotel was filthy dirty. It was disgusting, actually. We had like a card key, the ones you get in hotels, so you pop it in the slot and it turns all the electric on, etc., etc. And I was exasperated, and I thought, well, I just need to go to bed. And the bathroom light was on, and there was absolutely no way of turning off the bathroom light at all without taking the card out the slot. So it was really hot last night. I've had like literally a couple of hours kit because we've had to have it was a choice of either have aircon, leave the card on the slot with the light on, take the card out, get the light off, but also the aircon off. So I can't think with the light blaring in my face. So we chose that, and it was okay to begin with, but it got hotter and hotter, really. So I was exhausted. This morning, went down for breakfast. 6:30. The breakfast really consisted of virtually nothing. Some McDonald's fries, which have probably been there for days. It was vile, utterly vile, and the food looked like it had been lying around forever, and yeah, disgraceful. And as soon as we went in, it was a tiny room where you had breakfast, and then there was loads and loads of people followed us in, and I'm talking lots, shouting, screaming. There was no seats, and they were all trying to get hold of this little amount of food there was. It was just the worst experience of my life. In the past, no, I don't think we have actually stayed in a comparable hotel. Maybe in London when we got together in '95, it was a hotel falling apart, candlewood bedspread. It was, there was this woman sat on a counter doing her knitting, this 1970s decor. It reminded me of that in so many ways, but, I paid, well, it's my fault really, I paid 50 Australian dollars for that, about £25. And when I looked on Expedia just to see how much that room was, say for the next 2 nights, should I have wanted to stay, it was $7. So it was awful. It was the worst hotel I've ever stayed in. And some of the reviews on there are blatantly lies, saying that the breakfast was excellent, etc. It was horrendous. It really was that bad. Now, every other hotel, don't get me wrong, was absolutely superb. First class, 4-5 star all the way. This one, I'm not sure how many stars it was, but it was pretty bad. There's something going on with the doors there. I mean, look, I couldn't shut the door to the fire escape. The bathroom door, I mean, we could have coped with the bathroom light being on all night, but shutting the bathroom door is impossible. And somebody had obviously tried to do it in the past because they cracked all above the door and there was bits of plaster falling off. But this was the same across the board. This was the same in all the doors. So I reckon the hotel's sinking and subsiding and falling apart. It was bloody awful. But it kind of added to the experience, really. You can't get everything right when you book online as an independent traveller. And I will certainly be going first class in future at an airport hotel, not paying that amount of money. And obviously do not go by the reviews, because 9 out of 10 times they're not true. These certainly weren't true. It was, if you've been travelling, backpacking around Vietnam, and this was your last hotel before you got on a flight to Australia or UK or wherever, then I'm sure it would be wonderful, lovely. But for me, it was horrendous. Do not book that hotel. So do not, if you're in Ho Chi Minh City, do not do a search for airport hotel, because that will be the first one that comes up. The reviews aren't bad, which is why I picked it. The prices are very good, which should have been a warning sign. And the comments about the breakfast were excellent, which should really have been even more of a warning sign. So, word of warning, don't search for airport hotel. Go for something, I mean, if you're my age, somebody called me a boomer the other day, and I'm thinking, no, that's my dad, that's not me. Generation X, I think I am. But if you're our sort of age and book something a little bit nicer, it was a mistake, and I would never do that again. So, anyway, this will be my last video from Ho Chi Minh, Vietnam. It has been a good holiday, don't get me wrong, but it sort of ended on a very strange 40 Towers type note. So, ciao for now.